Welcome, adventurers, to Die Rollin. I'm the ever-excitable Adam, and today I've got the pleasure of unboxing Euthia, Torment of Resurrection, a game by Talia Spolster and Marketa Blahova. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly and not absolutely butchered these people's names, but it's me, so who knows? This is by Die Games, or Die Games, once again. Sorry if I butchered that. I am... You can probably tell from my cadence that I'm very excited about getting into this box. It is huge, and you can't really appreciate from up there where you guys are, but this thing is... Oh, I'll do it side on for you. Oh, this is huge. That's my hand. That's how big this thing is. I have like regular size hands. Maybe they're not too big, but anyway, this is a very big box. I think the last time I had a box this big was Gloomhaven. Once the camera stops shaking, I'm just going to pop this off and we'll see what we get inside a box of this. Oh, man alive. Okay, so I hope you're up for some reading because we have got a ton of books in here. So, to begin with, we have a law and art book, which tells us about the Cladar plane. Got some lovely artwork in there. The Black Gangrene. Calling the Dragons. Look at that dude. There's the storyboard for the Kickstarter video. House in Flames. And an Awakening. Yeah, I'm gonna devour that very soon and understand exactly what the story this is because it just looks so cool. Next we have a scenario book, and it looks like we have got 8 scenarios in here. We've got the Hunt, Imminent Threat, Lord's Request, Fair Invocation, Walking Destruction, Defending the Settlements, the Threat of Mirezil, the Banishing of Brasath. So, you got a bunch of scenarios in here. We have an appendix, which you'll be coming to, and I'll probably come to this all the time. And it looks great. They've got some really nice kind of imagery in here. Like, so I've seen appendixes which just have text and text and text. And the point of appendix is that you want to go in there to learn more. And if they don't have images, it's just, once again, you're just reading text. So, yeah, that's really cool. So we've got quite a thick appendix there. And the rulebook, which is thicker than the appendix. Component lists. Setup. Hero boards. So, how much are you going to have to read of this, guys? Let's have a look. There's a co-op version here. Elite Monsters, the solo game. So, okay, let's say there's around 30 pages for you to look at before you get to solo games and a co-op mode. But yeah, it looks really good. So there are about 30 pages worth of A4 pages you're going to have to get through to actually understand what's going on there. We have some stickers. We have an achievement sheet. That's pretty cool. They're double-sided as well. And if they've got this, then it's for non-solo games. So, yeah, take a look at all that. Man, I am going to be busy. Next we have, I think these are for heroes. So I think there's 6 heroes in this game. Let's take a look for... Yeah, so these are all the heroes we've got here. And something about their special abilities, I guess. But there's 6 of these. We have got a load of baggies here. So I'm assuming we're going to have a lot of tokens in here. Okay, remove the foam. And we've got the biggest dice I have seen. I thought 21 Days had a big dice. This has got it beat. So I'm assuming that this black dice, those stickers I pulled out, I'll be putting the stickers on this black dice. Otherwise, it's a little useless. I'm fairly certain that's what that's for, though. Oh, and look, there's a blank side on there. So there's no 6. Interesting. We've got some different coloured dice here. No like custom symbols or anything on them. These are just standard kind of D6s. I like the colours though. We've got this bag of cards here. So we've got trade rules here. So I think these are probably player aids. 2 of each. All the symbols, hero tiles, score, reputation, gameplay. And she's intervention. The goddess blesses the heroes when they need it the most. So we've got a bunch of those cards. And we're going to come back to this layer. I just want to have a quick peek under there. So we've got miniatures in there if we want to have miniatures. But I'm fairly certain that this is a for standee game. So you can just place with standees if you so wish. And, you know, a lot of good games just have standees. It saves you time of painting miniatures up. But, you know, if games have got miniatures as well, that's good. You've basically covering all bases. I know Folklore the Affliction, I would be happy with them just being standees, if I'm honest. But, you know, I've got it all, so I may as well use it. Okay, so we've got some events here. Mirezil. Events. We've got some attacks for Faruga. And yeah, I don't actually understand what this iconography means yet. So, oh, well. These look like different kind of monsters. So you're going to be coming up against bats, boars, dragonflies, geckos, grizzly bears, shadow beasts, venomous spiders. Are there any other kind in these kind of games? And assassins, cyclops. What's the plural of cyclops? I want to. Goblin archer, kobold shamans, lizard warriors, orc warriors, trolls, and gargoyles. Harpies, the Lord of Bats, Naga, Skeleton Archer, who you'll recognise from the art book. Really lovely art on all of these things. Undead Knights. And then Faruga, which unfortunately that is how I will pronounce his name when he appears. Just completely destroying the atmosphere there, but I love that name. That's great. Yeah, okay, so they're a bunch of enemies we're going to have to face. And future Adam is going to have to sort all these cards out. I do not envy that guy. Because when you get a big adventure system like this, you know there's a ton of things to sort out for it. A ton of cards, a ton of tokens, all that kind of stuff. So I will be here for a significant amount of time sorting all this stuff out, putting it in the right places before getting around to actually playing it. And I've got to read 30 pages of rules as well. So we've got Basilisk, Cobra, Giant Scorpion, Griffin, Kerberos, Lizard, Wyvern, Bloodvitch, Fair Addict, Forest Terror, Lizard Chieftain, Minotaur, Monk, Prey Seeker, Behemoth, Deathbringer, Demon Mistress, Fair Demon, that's probably pronounced Fear, Hydra, Leeches in the House. Then there's a bunch of these other cards as well, which I don't know what they do. We've got some bounties here. And then we've got these Rampage cards. Oh, I am looking forward to seeing what all this stuff does. At the moment, I am none the wiser, but the art's great. I'm really excited about playing this. I love fantasy games. So this will be interesting. Let's go into the next one. Golden Fist. So the Golden Fist cards, we've got things like Soul Control. Use that against heroes. Soul control with a +2 on there. Yeah, I don't know what any of this stuff means, but it looks fun. Some more golden cards as well. You get some power strikes in the place, and healing as well. Then it goes to like a kind of silver one, and we've got mind control in there. We've got curses and enchantments. Next, we have encounter cards. So these are various different things we're going to be finding along the way at various different places. So you've got a bunch of those, some more here by the looks of it. There are, looks like there's over 100 of these. Yep, even more. You could find a saboteur, or come across a spy, or all of those guys. We have like some elemental cards here as well. So like it's a rock elemental, a water elemental, a fire elemental, and an air elemental just kind of there. We've got these mind control cards, or just control cards even, should I say. We've got some different symbols on the back there. I assume relating to the different players who are going to be playing this. And then we've got combat cards as well. So as you can see, they do different things. And yes, I don't know what any of this stuff does yet, but after a few sessions, I'm sure I will have a decent idea of what I'm doing. And I'm gonna have to get some sleeves and sleeve all these things up, and ooh. Right, let's take a look underneath. We'll get to the miniatures in a little while. I just want to have a look and see what's underneath. So we've got our hero boards. These look like where you're going to be putting all of your items and stuff. A health track down the middle here. I'm not sure what all the other symbols mean just yet, but so we have L here, and that's the size of your player board, so that's a decent size for your table, really. Yeah, so we might have to have a think about how we will get all this on one table. So we have Drow, looks like a kind of barbarian kind of guy. Kalia, we'll say Kalia. Kalia with the spear. Maeldurer, who just looks a badass fire wizard. Or he's a sorcerer, right? Would you call him a fire wizard or a sorcerer? Of course, a sorcerer. Skolder, should call him Skulker. Looks like he's skulking around in there. Always good to have a dwarf. And finally we have Tessiri. Using a bit of ice magic there, and there's some grim looking people around there. I think that's ice magic, kind of blue. Now we have all of the tiles. This game has a ton of tiles in it. So let's see if we can actually get these out. Oh, whoa, check that out. Tiny little tokens. Now I know what the baggies are for. So we've got these alchemist tiles here, dragon slayer tiles here, and just at the bottom there we've got merchant tiles as well. So let's take a look at this. So we've got these short swords, bows and blades and slings and throwing daggers, and these potions you can be using. So yeah, you get quite a few of those. I'm not sure what they are. But I'm sure the game will explain. We got a bunch of these, some more merchant tiles there. So yeah, there's a lot of options here for you. Get a mule in this. So I'm thinking these must be the abilities for the different characters, depending on which color you are. Yes, that makes sense. So this is TCC's abilities there. Okay, and then we've got tokens, little counters even. So a lot of those. Get to our next set of these. So yeah, once again, more tiles to look at. So lots of alchemist tiles. Ooh, all looking really cool. Alchemy looks like it's the way to go. It's some really cool looking stuff under there. I'm just really looking forward to getting this game out and yeah, seeing how it goes. So these look like resources maybe? I'm going to be a busy guy playing this. This looks so cool. It's really nice getting into one of these kind of systems. With all the monsters and stuff like that. Right, well, let's carry on further delving into the box. And that is the bottom. We've got some silica gel. I'll eat that later. Okay, so we've got a board here, which is the scenario board. So that'll be off to one side of the table, I believe. Then we've got a trader board. So for all those tiles we were just looking at, you could be placing some of them on there. We've got our gold, of course, and these icons. I'm not quite sure what these are. There's our characters, so you can have them in standee form, which is always good. Wound tokens, more money, more of that. It looks actually like the wound tokens are coloured for whichever character you are as well, maybe. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got the tiles themselves. So let's take a look at some of these tiles. So this is like a level 1 tile, I guess. And we've got all these different things you can do on the board. Now, I've not really seen a board that's coming out with these like three kind of hexagons next to each other and stuff. That's a really interesting kind of format they've gone for there. It kind of makes it stand out from the other games in this kind of series of type of fantasy adventure games. But yeah, really, just look really cool. And there's the older elemental there. It looks like you got a ton of these to explore through. Usually one of these having a location on there. There's a specific thing. Ooh, big castle up there. Oh, it goes up to level 4, guys. Not very nice looking elementals there. I for sure thought this was going to stop at 3. Clearly not. Oh, it's going to 5 as well. Oh, I wonder what's in there. That looks like a fun place to visit. That actually looks like a kind of orc encampment or maybe a fairground. There's a big demon out of a volcano. Nice. There's one blank tile there. They got their money's worth out of all the space in this. There's a couple of blank stuff on here, but do you know what? That's perfectly fine. If you're interested in the miniatures, then wait there. Okay, so the first one we're looking at is the Griffin bonus. So what do you get inside this? Well, you get a little rulebook for the Griffin. Now, I'm just checking to see if there's actually an English one of this. Otherwise, I'm going to be... Yes, there is an English version on here, so that's fine. So, yeah, you've got the Griffin in here. And there's multi-language in there. So it tells you how to set it up and how to play with it. There's its standee, if you prefer standees. And there is its tile. You get a single card in here. A couple of standees. I think I skimmed past it, but in the main box there was also these plastic clips for the standees. And then you've just got this big piece of foam in there to protect your Griffin miniature. So let's take a look and see what this miniature is like. This is the first one we've seen from this game. So let's take a look. This looks really good. It looks like they put like an ink wash over here. So yeah, definitely had an ink wash, so it looks pretty detailed. But if, like me, you're a painter, you'll probably want to paint over it. But do you know what? That is great for the tabletop, just as is. Good job, guys. Next, we have the miniature pack. And looks like that might be the gap for the Griffin, so I could just get rid of that. Or maybe it's something else, I don't know, but let's take a look inside and see what we get. So obviously no rules for this, because these guys are just the guys you get in the main game. But let's take a look at them. So we have the lady with the spear. We have the frost kind of mage character. And that kind of ink wash they put on it really makes those details stand out. We've got this kind of mage character there. It's nice they've given you 3 women, 3 guys. We've of course got this barbarian guy. We've got a fire mage. And then we've got our skulking dwarf. Well, actually kind of looks like a guy I know. Next we have a dragon. I mean, that is just lovely, isn't it? I mean, what a great job they've done there. And then finally we've got this big rampaging guy who, oh man, just begs to be painted. But that ink wash they put over there is fantastic. And look how big he is. That's like a little kind of window or door or something. Wow. So that is the end of my unboxing for Euthia, Torment of Resurrection. If you've enjoyed this video, then please comment below. Let us know your thoughts, any questions about this game. And please, if you enjoy this content, then please support us by subscribing to our various different social medias, our Instagram, our YouTube, and of course our Facebook, because you know we like to grow this channel, and the more people we've got watching and stuff and liking things, the more things we'll be putting up. So yeah, I would appreciate everyone who does that. So thank you. And if you want to watch this game in action, then stay tuned. In the next couple of months, I will have read the rules for this, played out a few, filmed a few, and we will be putting up the videos for you to have a watch. Thanks so much for your time, and until next time, guys, stay safe and keep rolling.